Hello, I'm AQUATIC and welcome back to the Minecraft Update Aquatic video. Today I wanted to talk about more of the benefits of packing a lot of fish into a very small amount of space. So one of the things that you might not be familiar with this update is the fact that you can fit as many fish as you like into one water block. And one of the most fun ways to use this that I've shown off so far is to make a salmon cannon, or really any type of fish cannon, because all you have to do is pack them all into one space and then empty the space and they'll all go flying out. It's a very fun mechanic, but you can also use this mechanic with puffer fish instead of say salmon, and you can use the puffer fish to create an extreme poison effect. So have you ever wanted a deadly moat in Minecraft that can kill any mob or any player that walks into it? Well, that's a thing that you can now do with this update, because poison is able to kill you if you get enough poison at once, which you can do using pufferfish. So let me explain exactly how that works and more into this video. Hopefully you all do enjoy it. Like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel, and let us know you do like the Minecraft Update Aquatic tutorials. I've been having a lot of fun with them, and I hope all of you continue to as well. So let's get straight into talking about the core mechanic here, which is the fact that, as you can see, I have more than 12 pufferfish in 12 spaces of the water right here. So as you can see, there's 12 little spaces, but there's more than that in pufferfish, which means they all have to kind of move around the place, which is just a part of, like, packing them in tightly. If you have more than one pufferfish per space, you'll have lots of movement in the pufferfish, and then when something drops in there, the pufferfish will all be in a place where they can all poison you. So yeah, in this update, they've added a ability for fish to actually do a 5x5 radius of poison onto any mob that's nearby it if they detect danger and they puff themselves out, which they will do when any mob that isn't a type of fish comes near them. So let's say a zombie falls in there by accident, they all puff out and they all start doing that poison damage, and very, very quickly. Again, bear in mind that a zombie has 20 health. They can poison him not only to the point where he basically dies, but all the way to the point of death. A full-on just zombie death happens right there, and although the mob can try their best to fight back, when there's this many pufferfish, the odds of them being able to do that before they die is pretty much naught. And the crazy thing about this moat is it's not just a moat that can kill zombies somehow, because that seems pretty absurd that like poison can kill hostile mobs, but the poison can also kill you as a regular, just a normal player. Because if we jump into this exact same thing, you'll see how all of them will puff out at the exact same time too, and then the extreme poison takes effect, and then all of a sudden you're dead, because the poison damage cuts, again, there's meant to be an effect in Minecraft which stops poison from killing you, but it seems not to work if you hit a critical load with the pufferfish. Again, pufferfish by themselves usually won't kill you, but lots and lots of pufferfish, it seems like that type of poison is more than capable of doing so, which is of course somewhere between a problem and pretty darn useful, because now we can use this information to make a poisonous moat. So again, if you really want to, you can use this in just a single block area, like just dig a single block down, throw some water in there, then throw some pufferfish in there, and as you can see, just in survival, you can put as many pufferfish as you want in there. It's tricky to do this actually, because pufferfish are really challenging about where you can actually place them, but now we've got 3 pufferfish in one block, and that means anything that falls in there is going to be able to die. So yeah, this is a new way to kind of like make a death chamber if you want to do that sort of thing. So as you can see, him just going even near the pool is doing that. Oh, he fought one out of the pool. That's a new one. But you can see how there's like it's a really useful way to just like set them up and poison them that way, because even though we killed one of them, the other ones could still knock them off that way. But the bigger you make the moat, the less of a chance that anyone can fight any of those fish, let alone all of them, and the more and the faster you can actually kill someone. So let's say we have a house. Let's say that this individual mushroom block right here, this is my house. Again, I could go further with this, but just to prove a point, all you want to do is you want to surround this entirely with water. Again, we're going to make like a fairly simple version right here, and then just based on how big your moat is, just have a corresponding amount of pufferfish. In fact, even if you have like the wrong amount of pufferfish, you're off by by a little amount, then you'll still do just about okay with this, because, okay, so as you can see, now the entire front of my house is protected right here, and we could go all the way around if we wanted to as well. Like, okay, let's go over here as well. And even if we, even if you want to try and withstand this, as long as you make the moat big enough, it really does make this poisonous effect that everyone wants to avoid. And that's the cool thing about this update. It's not necessarily the fact that like, oh yeah, pufferfish are poisonous and that can kill you, because in the oceans that's annoying. It's more just about if you've ever wanted to have a poisonous moat that stops people wanting to go near your house, because if they do decide to do that, they're going to die, then you can see how you can do this right here. So this is a moat which isn't that big. It's only like 30 blocks right now as opposed to 15, but it's a lot bigger than the amount of pufferfish in there. But all you have to just keep doing is go into the sea, again, find yourself a coral reef, which is where pufferfish spawn, go in there, bucket up some pufferfish, throw them in here, and then, magically speaking, you can fill in every single block. And I would always recommend have one pufferfish per block roughly, prefer a little bit more, but again, somewhere in that ballpark at least, and then that way they always have to fill up all of the space, because they try to have their own individual block where possible, and then that means that anything that's going to fall in, anything that tries to jump over even, is going to run into the same issue right here. So you can see, the zombie tries its best to get out there, but he's trapped in a corner, and then he's poisoned to death. Same thing happens with any players that get in there, and all you have to do is make it wide enough or deep enough, and everyone's going to have the same issue. And let me just clarify that there is technically a workaround for this, and that workaround is just to be like, okay, so you just go above the thing, right? But even if you go above it, bear in mind you are still close enough to almost be poisoned, because again, the moment you go in there, you're going to be poisoned. And also bear in mind you can just have like extra protections for that sort of thing. It's just now you can have a form of poisonous water in Minecraft, and the form of poisonous water comes from having pufferfish inside it. So yeah, just keep in mind also that if you want to have interesting water, like for instance, you can see my water here is purple. That's because I'm in a mushroom biome. So if you want to have a real poisonous water effect, like again, you want to make it look like this and super scary, because there's just something about this that I think everyone looks at and goes, oh my god, what is this? All you have to do is find the right biome. Every biome has different colored water. The mushroom biome is one of the most intriguingly dark colors. But also, I think warm oceans, again, they almost look poisonous by themselves already. They're a little bit green. But if people see that as a warm ocean, try going to a spruce biome. Try going to a mesa biome. Every biome has its own little variation on the water. And if you find your perfect water in there, then you can use it for your little poisonous thing. So here you go. Here is a poisonous moat tutorial. All you have to do, surround your house by at least 4 blocks. And, you know, most people can't jump over that, especially not diagonally. And then your house, or my little stack right here, is safe. And yeah, again, pretend we went all the way around with this one. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something from it. Like it if you did like the video, because it helps out the channel. Let's know you do enjoy these sorts of tutorials. Share if you really liked it. And also keep in mind that the pufferfish are very much to be respected in Minecraft, and you're going to die if you don't watch out when you collect them. So just little word for warning right there. And also in real life, pufferfish are very poisonous as well. So you know, the real lesson from this video is watch out for pufferfish, because they might kill you. And indeed, you know, life lesson, if something is likely to kill you, watch out for it.